Hey all Blendies, welcome back to my review, and today, as teased in my post, I have brought S.H. Monster Art's Godzilla 1964, the Emergence of Godzilla version. So yes, this is quite hard to get nowadays, and I was able to pick this guy up for about little less than $100 from Japan in Mercari, so that was pretty cool. Including the weekend, it took about a week to get it shipped over here. Finally got it just now. Let's unbox this thing. So S.H. Monster Arts, Godzilla the front side of the box. We have the classic red Bandai logo, which was from the older days, 2010s. This was the same. The logo of Bandai used to be red. I don't know if kids nowadays know it. Now they have, not now, it's been years since they have changed it to Bandai Spirit, which is now in blue logo. But yeah, red one was a classic back then. 2015. Cool. At the side, at the top. The backside's really cool. I love this. Godzilla 1964. Look at that. We do get this amazing atomic breath with the stand, the effect parts, and I cannot read Japanese, but this is the bottom side. Let's take out whatever it's in there. Alrighty. So we do have the figure itself, Godzilla, and my very first impression is, yes, in fact, it is smaller than usual S.H. Monster Arts figure, but at the same time, it's good because it is not as small as how I thought it would be. So it's about 6-inch tall, somewhere around there, like average Marvel Legends figure, somewhere around there. Or even little tiny smaller, but it's not that small in my opinion. It is relatively small compared to other Monster Arts figure, though, that is for sure. And then nextly, we do have the atomic breath parts, which is really cool. This is what I love about 2010's era of S.H. Monster Arts figure. They used to give you effects, cool effects. Nowadays they came up with what is it? Movie Graphic Plus, was it? Graphic, yeah, I think it was Movie Graphic Plus. I did review the Shin Godzilla a couple of weeks ago. Please go check that out if you haven't. But nowadays, S.H. Monster Arts doesn't really include these kind of effects, which I really wish they do again for its price point. I personally do prefer the quality of S.H. Monster Arts over Hiya Toys, in my opinion. I just like the super hard plastic feeling and little hollowness inside, so that it is somewhat lightly weighted compared to Hiya Toys. But don't get me wrong, I do like both firms, but I just do like the overall quality better with these guys when it comes to like playing and filming stop motion or taking photos with it. I just enjoy S.H. Monster Art more. That's my conclusion after been collecting Godzilla for years. But anyways, no hate on it. I do love both franchises. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. We do have the base as well. These come separated, and Godzilla and the character design are trademark of Toho, Bandai 2013. You just have to attach this guy. Just stand over here like that. And the other two holes, the extra holes here, are actually blocked with this peg. Tiny peg. You can just plug this thing in there and then remove it, so that you can put the stand thingy wherever you want from these three directions or positions. Well, let's get straight to the figure. So Mosu Goji is really nicely made, and I really do love it. I really love it, actually. Especially the eye. There's this gloss injection to the eye, which is really nicely done. You see it reflecting to a light, a little bit of sunlight. It is awesome, just awesome. Like, so realistic. And I think it is really accurate to the film. I had to rewatch the cutscenes of this Goji a few days ago, even yesterday, last night, just to make sure that to tell you if this guy's quite accurate or not. And yes, the opinion might vary from others individuals, but I can tell it's quite accurate. It's dang accurate. More than what NECA 64 Goji looked like. I really wanted to get that one, but I actually failed to get one because someone picked it up earlier than I. So that was a little letdown for me. But I got a greater guy, better guy, in my opinion. Just the size, it's a little small on my end, but still, I do like it. The teeth is really nicely painted. Wow, like, I don't see any, like, issues with this painting on a teeth. It is amazing. There's this, inner jaw, like a gum. What do you call it? The upper mouth jaw. You see the glossiness. It's colored in red, but like it's kind of hard to tell from the shading now. And this neck piece does pop off quite frequently on well. Like it pops out well for my copy, but I guess it's fine actually. And then we're gonna go to the neck. It's really nice, like the weathering here, the dusty elements that has been painted here is really nice. Yeah, even the dorsal plates. And what I really do like about this most Goji is the fact that the dorsal plates are way easier to, kind of manage with every time you articulate its figure. Usually when we think about Godzilla from MonsterVerse, Heisei, they do have spiky as hell dorsal plates even at the side over here, so it's kind of tough to move it around and give it a great articulation without hesitation, just in case you break them. Even Shin Godzilla Monster Arts figure that I previously reviewed, but this guy has really short dorsal plates as a side, so like it is no concern to move it around. That's what I really like about this design, and I really just do love the head sculpt. It's really cute. It's really cute on my end. The arms really nicely done. Again, there's so much details to look at. See, it's already been past 7 minutes since I started recording this. I'm not sure what the timeline would be right now once I edit it, because I usually do speed up my videos a bit. Yeah, the dorsal plates are really nice. Love the texturing here. It's awesome. Like, look at over here. Wow, it's so realistic. It's almost like an actual suit. Kind of, what do you call it? There's like details over here. It's just like the suit accurate. I really love it. Look at that. And the joints are quite weird. It's more like it's really interesting because I've never seen any joints that leads to the side of the stomach. It is really interesting to see, but I'm fine with it. It's quite unique to this figure. Never seen any action figures that has these kind of joints. That is new, but leading all the way up to the tail, the weathering, the sand, the dirt, whatever you want to call it, it's amazing, just amazing. Even at the bottom of the tail, it's a little dirted up, if that's even a word, because of its emergence scene. At the bottom of the feet too. Stomach, the leg. Why not just go over all detail, without explaining? There's just too much to talk about. I cannot just go and say, oh, this part has been weathered, this has a lot of wrinkles or shits. I cannot do that. So yeah. So both hands are actually differently sculpted. Like, I've seen some comments saying that these both hands are exactly the same from one to another, but they're not. Actually, I can confirm this is more curved inwards like that. This one's a little more like resting hand. You see the difference? Can you tell? Yeah, it's pretty clear in my end. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it to show you regarding its design. Getting to articulation, shall we? So the neck does move down about that much. You can move it forcefully, but I really won't recommend it to do so. Goes up about that much, so it's not so much. See, it's like my copy has a really weak attachment force kind of thing, whatever you call it, for the neck piece. So see, it pops out every time I try to articulate it sideways. Damn. There we go. So it does move sideways. That is good. That is really good. I just have to make sure to pop the neck back in all the way, the peg, before after I articulate it, unless it will pop out. There are 3 different segments, so the upper head moves really nice. There's a hinged jaw, really nice, lovely. So the arm does move forwards and backwards. I'm just being really careful. This guy's rare. It does move up and down a little bit. This popped out once already on my end, so just to be careful. It's a little tight too. Both arms go straight, and it moves slightly more than 90 degrees, and it's a ball jointed hand too. And this guy has a ball jointed torso, which moves side, not that much, like that. Moves down a lot. With the head, it moves even more. So, curves even more. So, yeah, all the way up. But bad thing is that there's a lot of gap. So, even though you try to forcefully move it so that you can fill this gap, it's almost impossible. So, if you're not a big fan of gapped kind of joints, this might not be the figure for you. But I don't mind about it. And back to the interesting joint. You can split it, and this joint really moves. Like, damn, what the hell? Bruh, this is such an interesting joint. I love this. But anywho, there's a drop down joint for the leg. Really nice. And I checked it, and I think it's in double ball jointed peg inside. So it was kind of interesting. So the leg does kick up and down, so forwards and backwards a lot. Definitely 360. There's a double joint in knees, but look at that. This one sucks, but check out the other leg. It can straighten up all the way. Like that. So there's quite a great amount of range for the other leg. Not this part though. That's interesting. We have the feet. It's in ball joint, I guess. Yeah, you can move it up and then there's a upper feet joint too. I think that's the very first time I've seen. At least from my S.H. Monster Arts collection, this is the first guy I have to have the upper feet articulation. The tail is in. Let's count how many segments it is in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think there's about 14. I might be wrong, but there's about 14 segments, so you can move it around really nice. Curve it sideways. Look at that. It is awesome. Like, it moves up about that much. It curves down about this much too. Love it. I'm just being careful and not really incredibly forcing to curve it all the way as much as possible. But yeah, it is really nice, nicely made. And yeah, I think it is time to get into the atomic breath accessories again. Right, so it's back here again. It does have a peg hole which you have to attach it to the top here, but I find it quite challenging because it does stay there, but it doesn't go in all the way. The peg is little too small to attach it to the stand, but it does work. And it holds it really nicely, actually. And yeah, you can use this breath effect on this guy. It's a little hard to show you since my camera is like facing towards the camera. My camera's in bird's eye view right now, or bird eye view. So like that, and then just put it in the mouth, and you can do those. Isn't that really cool? I do love these effect parts. It's definitely necessary for its price point, especially nowadays. Modern S.H. Monster Arts, please, Bandai, please do provide us a stand with some atomic breath effects at least. Like, I honestly do not get their price point. And sometimes I do feel like high is more. affordable and better when it comes to affordability and the value of its money for what you're getting. Especially the heat ray version, they do give you the beam effects and stuff, but I don't know. But I really do love this effect. S.H. Monster Arts, you're amazing. You did amazing in 2010s. What happened now? I'm a big fan of you. I just wish you do much better, because I know you can. Well, that is pretty much it for today's review. Do you love it, or do you dislike it? Because I definitely think this is one of the best 1964 Godzilla action figure that's available out there. And I do have the Mosugoji giant, like really giant Popey Bandai. I think it was reissued in 1988. I do have the review from my older videos about more than a year ago, so please do go check that out too. And yeah, enjoy your collection. Get this guy if you have a chance. And yeah, actually, this is I don't have a lot of monster arts. I only had like 3 or 4 so far, because I do prefer like S.H.M Kuji's soft final Godzilla figure instead of action figures. But I think I made a right choice for getting this guy. Well, anyways, enough talking, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. And next video will be about a horror action figure. I'm kind of going back to horror nowadays, but I'll do kaiju reviews time to time if I manage to find these kind of rare pieces with valuable money. Well, see you next time.